What's going on, horror fans? Happy October, happy Halloween, our favorite time of year for just all things kooky, spooky, paranormal, demonic. Uh, I thought I would do my favorite horror documentaries, my favorite paranormal documentaries, my favorite TV shows, anything involving horror. I thought it would be a lot of fun to do this. I did a video similar to this one year, but I think I could do a lot better because I got a better setup now and I required a lot more shit. So without further ado, let's just jump into this. It's probably going to be a pretty long video, so here we go. These are in no particular order, just kind of how I grab them. I got boxes all over the place. It's ridiculous. But, alright. We got Paranormal Destinations. You know, I love all this paranormal shit. We got Mysterious Journeys, Hunt for Dracula, Ghosts of Gettysburg, Witches of Salem. Then you got Weird Travels, Lake Monsters, Bigfoot, Alien Encounters. I just love watching shit like this around October. It's just so much fun. Then we have The Purge, complete TV series. I enjoyed this show. I was actually pretty surprised how violent it was for a TV show. Really kind of blew my mind. I'm a fan of the Purge movies. So yeah, this was a pretty badass show. I enjoyed it. Then we have a documentary on independent horror called Horror Business. This one's fucking cool. Kind of shows you how what it takes to make a horror film these days in the independent world. It's not easy. A lot of trials and tribulations for the directors and the writers and the actors. They don't make a lot of cake, you know, like Hollywood. I mean, independent horror is where it's at for me, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, this was a pretty cool documentary. Horror Business. Yeah, this is a favorite show of mine as well. Adam Green, Holliston. Really enjoyed this show a lot. This is actually the second season. These are a little out of order, but whatever. But yeah, Holliston is a great show. Rest in peace, Ogorous. David Brackey. He kind of made that show as far as I'm concerned. He was the guy that Adam would always confide into when he had some kind of dark secret or thought. Ogorous would always give him advice, I guess. Yeah, it was an awesome show though. Holliston, enjoyed it. Can't forget about Dee Snider too. Is what the hell is his name? Dr. Rock, I think. Yeah, this is the first season of Holliston. Awesome. Highly recommend this show if you're a horror fan. It's just a joy to watch. And there's so many cameos by great horror legends too, like, you know, Kane Hodder's in this, Tony Todd, rest in peace. David Brackey, obviously, another rest in peace. But yeah, this is a really good show, Holliston. I wish it would have lasted longer, but I understand, you know, why it's not doing it. Here's a cool fucking documentary right here from Chiller called Killer Legends. This one is badass. This one has the Hook, the Babysitter, Clowns, and Candyman. And the Candyman story is about O'Brien, that fucking asshole that put cyanide in pixie sticks and killed his kids. That's a really tragic, horrible story. Halloween was never quite the same after that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this Killer Legends set. The Hook is awesome. Has a lot of Texarkana, the Moonlight Murders case, which of course inspired The Town of Dreaded Sundown, but really cool documentary. Oh hell yeah, man. Monster Quest Season 3. This was an awesome show. I always enjoyed this one. Death of Loch Ness, Cattle Killers, Swamp Stalker, Devils in New Jersey. Gators in the Sewers, Snow Beast Slaughter, Mega Jaws, personal favorite, of course. Monster Close Encounters, awesome fucking show if you're into monsters, real monsters. This one was cool. This is a Shudder original called Behind the Monsters: From Killers to Killer Icons. I enjoyed this one a lot. I wish they'd make more of these actually. But you got Michael Myers, Tony Todd, or Candyman rather, Freddy, Pinhead, Tom Savini's all over this, Chucky. Definitely if you're a fan of the main horror icons, I would check this out. Really cool shit. Nothing I didn't know before, but you know, it's still entertaining. This one I enjoyed. It's called The Witch's Dungeon. If you're into the classic Universal monsters and Hammer films, you're gonna love this. Basically, this guy named what the hell's his name? Oh God, I can never. Cortland Hall, who's the grandson of Henry Hall, who was in Werewolf of London. He pretty much has been making this annual House of Wax for years, and he's gotten help from legends like Vincent Price and Ron Chaney, Tom Savini, Dick Smith, Basil Gogos, Zach Early, Sarah Karloff, Bela Lugosi Jr. Just for all the classic Universal monsters worship. Really cool. Completion of classic Universal monsters. This guy needs no introduction. Uncle Forey's Acre Mansions. The Life and Times of the Great Forrest J. Ackerman, the editor of Famous Monsters of Filmland, and did so much to bring the classic movie monsters to our attention with Famous Monsters of Filmland magazine. And I'm really glad I got this. This is a really cool set. It shows his amazing collection that he's made through the whole year, all the years. And he was just such a great person. He seemed like a really cool guy. I wish I could have met him. I actually do know a couple old timers that have met him, and they said he was a really cool guy. Total into monsters and sci-fi. Also coined the term sci-fi, also known as Mr. Sci-Fi. So yeah, he did a lot for sci-fi and monster movies for sure. Much respect. Then we got Monster Madness, the counterculture to Blockbuster's documentary. This one was cool. Talks about the Thing and Nightmare on Elm Street and The Exorcist, Black Sunday. Looks like Blackula's on there. Exorcist, Vincent Price. Awesome set. And we come to the awesome, I'll just do all these together. The awesome Creepshow show from Shudder, one of my absolute favorites. Love this fucking show. I don't know if it's done or is it still going. I don't know, but I have all the seasons that you can get. But I never could get sick of this show. If you're a horror fan, Creepshow, that's the shit. That's season 1. This is season 2, Creepshow. If I had to pick a favorite, it's probably season 1. Because I love that Tom Savini story about the lake monster, Champ. That one was cool. I love that fucking Halloween one. That one has such great October Halloween atmosphere. That's my favorite too. Then we got Creepshow season 3. And we have finally Creepshow season 4. Like I said, if you're a horror fan, these are essential. You gotta check them out. And then kind of like Killer Legends, the same team that brought you Killer Legends brought you this, Cropsy. Cropsy is basically a legend. Is it New York? Staten Island? bunch of disappearances of young kids, and some creepy guy was caught, and they think he was the killer, but was he? You know, it's a really good documentary about. It's if you like true crime too, I would recommend this as well. But Cropsy's a legend. Obviously, the movie Madman, The Burning. His legend has popped up in a lot of horror films. Cropsy. This one I don't know if I would recommend. It's not for the faint of heart. This is Shocking Asia. It's kind of like a Mondo type film. I mean, it's not for everybody. It's pretty some brutal shit in there. More or less kind of weird. Here we got VHS Love, Cult Cinema Obsession. This is awesome. Talks about VHS collectors, horror collectors, showing some of their collection and their favorite pieces. I kind of like shit like that. Being a collector myself, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you might be as well. Physical media forever, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Like watching those. This is one of my favorite dudes of all time. I met him. He's a fucking down-to-earth, badass guy. To Hell and Back, the Kane Hodder story. Yeah, man, this one is so fucking fun. It's very emotional. It shows how he was bullied as a kid, and his horrible burns that he received when he was in, in the stunt business. But it's a great documentary. It's also based on a book, but To Hell and Back, the Kane Hodder story. I had a nice conversation with Kane about that. Monster Quest, the complete season 2. This one's badass. This one has Bigfoot in New York, Black Beast of Exmoor, Boneless Horror, China's Wild Man, Chupacabra, Ghosts, Giant Bear Attack. That one's badass. Giant Killer Snakes. I could do without that one. Giant Squid Ambush, Jaws in Illinois, which is about like bull sharks. That's fucked up. Lake Monsters of the North, that one's cool. Legend of the Hairy Beast, Mega Hog, Monster Spiders, Ohio Grassman, Real Dragons, Sasquatch Attack 2, Vampire Beasts, and Vampires in America. Fucking cool set. I'd love to get the first season, but it's so out of print and it goes for so much money. I don't know if I'll ever see it. This is one of my favorite shows growing up. Love the shit out of this. Rest in peace to late great Robert Stack. This is Unsolved Mysteries, Ghosts. Such a great set. I really enjoy all these. The Resurrection Mary story always sticks out in Chicago, and I love the reenactments of some of these cases. Some of them are terrifying, and there's something about Robert Stack's voice that just kind of chills you to the bone, you know? But yeah, Unsolved Mysteries, Ghosts, that one's badass. I enjoyed that one a lot. The Chainsaw Sally Show, Season 1. I enjoyed this, gory as fucking hell. Chainsaw Sally, April Burrow plays her. She's fucking awesome, really good scream queen icon. She's based on a movie called Chainsaw Sally, which I have somewhere. That's actually a really cool fucking movie. Really gory, good independent horror. But she got her own show, and I think it has another season, but I've never seen the second season, but this is the first season. Chainsaw Sally, you see some good fucking gore in this, red shit flying everywhere. Kind of black comedy as well.
Some people have a strange idea of fun.
Oh man, rest in peace Roger Corman. Yeah, Corman's World. He did so much for independent cinema. Just a huge pioneer in the movie business, not just horror, but all kinds of genres. Nothing but respect for him. And the people that loved him pay tribute to him as well. Jack Nicholson's even on here because, you know, he was in a lot of Corman movies back in the day, like The Terror and Little Shop of Horrors. But yeah, Corman's World. That was a hard death to take. I know it was inevitable, but it still sucked. Grindhouse Originals, Nazi-thon, which is a bunch of Nazi propaganda trailers for, like, you know, Elsa She-Wolf with SS and SSL Camp, all kinds of crazy Nazi shit, if that's your thing. It's a pretty cool documentary, a little trailer show, you know. Growing up in the 90s, these books were basically the reason why I am the way I am, really. And I think a lot of horror fans can atone to that as well. These Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark documentaries called Scary Stories. Fucking really awesome documentary. Goes behind the scenes of how the books were written and the controversy that they all started, like being banned from schools and shit, which seems funny now, but at the time, I do remember these books at the book fair back in elementary school. They were selling like hotcakes, and you know, I have them. I even still have my copies, which is awesome because they go for quite a bit, the originals. But yeah, man, these are fucking awesome. Ellen Schwartz, rest in peace. This is a really cool pack here. Haunted Histories collection from the History Channel. Really awesome pack. You get Vampire Secrets, Salem Witch Trials, Poltergeist, Hauntings, and of course the Haunted History of Halloween. That goes on every year. That's like, that has to go on. It's just a perfect documentary. Talks about how Halloween is evil and shit. It's just fucking cool. Really enjoyed that one. That damn thing is so big, it's not even gonna fit. That's what she said, right? Okay. Kolchak, The Night Stalker, Dan Curtis creation. The great Darren McGavin, yeah, I gotta say his last name wrong, but the dad from The Christmas Story, that's most people know him as. But Kolchak, awesome fucking show, classic show, right up there with Dark Shadows. Better than Dark Shadows in my view. Then we got Horror Noir, The History of Black Horror, African American horror cinema. Dwayne Jones from Night of the Living Dead from '68, and of course the one, the only Candyman, Tony Todd. He's all over this. And any kind of black actor that is into horror or starred in horror movies. Really cool documentary from Shudder. Recommend Horror Noir. Can learn a lot. Well, you got Kane Hodder again and Balsam, A Paranormal Investigation. When I met Kane, I talked about this documentary with him, and it was really fucking cool conversation. And there were times he said that he was like legitimately kind of scared. And Kane doesn't get scared easily, but I don't know if scared is the right word for it, but he was a bit perplexed as to what was going on. Like, there was a lot of strange shit happening in the making of this. But yeah, it's awesome for Halloween viewing. Let's see. Hauntings in America. A 2-disc set. Really cool tin set. Fucking awesome, man. I don't own too many tins. The first one is narrated by Michael Dorn. Of course, Worf. Really cool, Hauntings in America. Oh yeah, this one was hard to find for the longest time. Trying to track down a copy of this. Really glad I did. Just Desserts, The Making of Creepshow. Doesn't get any better than that. Tom Savini, George Romero, and Stephen King, just icons of horror right there. And it just goes behind the scenes and shows you how the great Creepshow, one of the greatest, in my opinion, and is the greatest horror anthology ever made, you know. Just Desserts, awesome. Making a Creepshow. Then we got Halloween, 25 Years of Terror, 2-disc set. Really awesome if you want to know anything about Halloween or The Shape. Check this one out. This is actually a really cool documentary. I think you can still get it. Awesome. I actually have a lot more appreciation for Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers now after watching that. This one's cool. Monsters Among Us, The Origin of Horror's Greatest Legends, the complete 7-part series. This one is fucking awesome. Vampires from folklore to literature. Wow, I can't speak. Vampires, the rise of Dracula, the undead, the spirit world, demons, witchcraft, and werewolves and shapeshifters. Right up your alley right there. Very good Halloween viewing. Then we got Dark Shadows, the greatest episodes collection, the best of Barnabas Collins. Essential. I don't have all the Dark Shadows because there's like 10,000 of them, and they go for a lot. I wouldn't mind getting a set at some point in the future. But yeah, my mom and me watched those growing up. It was kind of like a daytime soap opera, but with horror elements. That was pretty cool. We all know Barnabas Collins. The Sci-Fi Boys, Peter Jackson, Ray Harryhausen, Ray Bradbury, Forrest J. Ackerman, Roger Corman, John Landis, Dennis Muir, Rick Baker, list goes on. Sci-Fi Boys, really cool documentary. How they started out as little kids just interested in monsters and sci-fi and just grew into juggernauts, you know, directors and editors, special makeup effects artists. Really cool documentary, Sci-Fi Boys. I got that after before he passed away. I'm glad I did. VHS Lives. Awesome documentary. Another documentary about VHS collectors. VHS collectors, I respect them, but some of them are fucking really weird. Some of them are really weird. Really, really fucking weird. But I respect majority of most of them, and the ones that I do know personally, I really do respect. But yeah, there are some real weird people out there that collect VHS. And nothing but VHS, too. But Phil Anselmo's on this, which is badass. He's a huge horror fan and core collector as well. VHS Lives. No disrespect to VHS collectors, I'm one myself, but you know, there are some weird people in those groups, like on those Facebook groups. Yeah, and if you don't see shit their way, like, oh man, weird people. Okay, continuing, a little kid-friendly here. Mad Monster Party, awesome. I'm gonna show my little nieces these, I think, at some point. Narrated by Boris Karloff, of course. Really fun shit. Mad Monster Party. I watch that every year. That's like essential viewing for me when it comes to like maybe a little more kid-friendly stuff, you know. Apologize, I'm not very organized. Monsters Crash to Pajama Party. Shit, yeah, this is awesome. From Something Weird Video, I doubt you can get this anymore. Maybe somebody put it out though. Usually, Something Weird Videos always goes out of print. But yeah, this is really cool for Halloween viewing. It's got a whole bunch of shit on here. I do like the 50s and 60s Halloween, you know, trick-or-treaters and the spook houses and stuff. It just kind of brings you back to a time when Halloween was just very special. It's still special now, but back then, it was just something back then, you know? I don't know the word for it. Before my time, of course. This is actually a movie, Monster House, but essential for Halloween viewing. Love it. Really good. I'm not a big fan of movies like this, but Monster House is badass. I liked it. Paranorman was good too. And we can't have Halloween without Scooby-Doo. We got Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, original movie. Essential. Keep repeating myself, but it is true. This is my personal favorite, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and Return to Zombie Island. These are fucking awesome. I love these. The zombies actually look pretty creepy for a kids movie, you know. You can see some kids getting pretty creeped out by this. They were watching it for the first time, but Yeah, man, I love Scooby-Doo. Anything Scooby-Doo. Preferably the older Scooby-Doo. This one's really cool. The Halloween Tree, Ray Bradbury story. I watch this every year as well. Along with this one, Witch's Night Out. Absolute classic. Absolute classic. I love these old Halloween cartoons. There's nothing like them. Even like the old Christmas cartoons are great too. Back when cartoons like really did something for me, you know? Garfield's Halloween Adventure. Watch it every year. Never gets old. The Ghost Pirates, which are pretty creepy. Garfield and Odie's Halloween Adventure. Great. Hell yeah, man. Groovy Ghoulies. Shit yeah. Groovy Ghoulies. Love it. Absolutely love it. My favorite is Wolfie, the Wolfman. He's my favorite. Now we're getting into some Ghost Adventures. This is the original documentary that greenlighted the show. I know everyone says Zach Bagans is an asshole. I've never met Zach Bagans, so I can't say it, but you know, I know the show is loved by some and hated by others. I just find it entertaining, whether he's a douchebag or not. I just find it entertaining. I love the ghosts, the paranormal documentaries and stuff, shows, and these are fun for Halloween as well. And I'll just show all these together. Shit. We got Ghost Adventures Season 1. A lot of these are pretty hard to track down. These are all used. I could never find new ones. Ghost Adventures Season 2. I know one of these has the Villisca Axe Murder House. I believe it's Season 4. Yeah, Villisca Axe Murder House. That's my personal favorite case, along with the Sally House. Ghost Adventures Season... Okay, 3, sorry. A little out of order. I know Nick Groff does his own show now. I think it's called Skinwalkers. I've seen a couple episodes of that. That's pretty cool. But when Aaron and Zach and Nick were all together, they were a pretty cool trio, I think. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of shit going on behind the scenes of this show, but I find it entertaining nonetheless, you know. Oh, sorry. Season 6, Ghost Adventures. This one's built like a fucking tank. Damn, man, that's a fucking heavy disc. Rest in peace, Dave Brockie. This is Gwar, really awesome documentary from Shudder on the goriest band in the world, Gwar, the one, the only. Classic fucking metal band, punk band, Scumdogs of the Universe. Such a classic fucking band. Really cool documentary on that band. I've seen Gwar live, and it doesn't matter where you're standing, you're gonna get sprayed with blood, because they got these fucking cannons that just like spray. Like, even if you're by the t-shirt stand, you're probably gonna get some kind of residue, because those cannons just... It's awesome. Getting into some horror music. Autopsy, Born Undead. Autopsy is one of my favorite extreme metal bands of all time. Their riffs just sound like a rotting corpse being unearthed with maggots crawling on it. And flies. Just the sickest fucking riffs. I love it. Autopsy's the shit. Welcome to Your Funeral, Rigor Mortis. Awesome thrash metal band from Texas. Rest in peace, Mike Saska and Bruce Corbett. Awesome fucking band, one of my favorites. Good thrash metal with a lot of horror elements. I thought that'd be appropriate to show. We got R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour, the series. Really enjoy R.L. Stein's work. I've always been a fan of his. This is actually a really cool series. Good for teenagers, I think. and kids just kind of wanting to get into horror. It's family friendly, but it still packs a punch. I like it. We got Celluloid Bloodbath. This is a sequel to More Previews from Hell. Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. Awesome trailer compilation. Kind of good background shit to put on at a Halloween party, you know. Oh man, the complete series of the Addams Family. Fuck yeah, gotta watch the Addams Family around October. I always love reliving this. This is a really cool pack. Has all 3 seasons in it. Very cool. Ted Cassidy is one of my heroes. Played Lurch, of course. And Fred Gwynn is also up there as well. This is the Munsters Season 2. It's got a really cool documentary on here as well. I love Al Lewis. I love Fred Gwynn. Yvonne DiCarlo. Butch Patrick. He's a cool guy. I met him. He's fucking awesome. Yeah, but the Munsters, classic. Zombo is probably my favorite episode. And I like when Herman takes the family on a fishing trip too. That's a funny one. So many classic moments. Dragula is another one. Adjust Your Tracking, the untold story of VHS collectors. This is the essential VHS documentary in my view. Shows its beginning, its rise to fame, and basically its death to DVD. I remember that actually. I do remember that. I remember video stores. I remember renting VHSs all the time. Those were the days, man. And it's cool to see other people's collections. Like there's this one dude that like built a fucking video store in his basement. It's ridiculous. Awesome though. Cursed Films 2. This is a really cool series. This is the second one. This one has The Wizard of Oz. The whole controversy with the hanging Munchkin, which has been proven that's bullshit. There were a lot of problems on that set of Wizard of Oz, but the hanging Munchkin video is a fake. Rosemary's Baby. Stalker, which I didn't know a lot about. That was interesting. The Serpent and the Rainbow, which is really cool. That's a great underrated Wes Craven film in my view. Good zombie film. Shows like the trials and tribulations of making that film and the voodoo curses that were put on the cast and crew. Cannibal Holocaust, of course, was badass. This was still when Ruggiero Deodato was still alive, so he could talk about it. Really cool documentary. I hope they make a third one. Amityville Confidential. Wow, I can't speak. I'm sorry. This has Amityville, The Haunting, Amityville Horror Hoax, and the making of the, at the time, new Amityville from 2005. Holy shit, that's already that old. Wow. But yeah, this is a really cool documentary on the DeFeo murders and the Lutz's claim of hauntings, you know. Whether you believe it or not, it's still entertaining. Cannibal Tech, Real Zombies in America. This is mostly a documentary about real cannibalism. That tragic story about that crazy fucking guy on the Greyhound bus that killed that one guy he was sitting next to and cut his head off, and really crazy shit. Some crazy crimes on here. Cannibal Attack. That's more for true crime buffs, I would say. Tremors, the complete series. This was a really fun show. Really, really enjoyed this show. All 13 episodes on 3 discs. This was a really cool find. Love the Tremors. Bert's the shit. I'm losing my Dexter here. Dexter, first season. Thought I would include it. It's got horror elements, mostly about serial killer, but it's got a bit of horror elements as well. Good show. UFOs and Aliens, History Channel. That shit's fun to watch. Government cover-ups and all that, you know. Oh, hell yeah. The first season of Tales from the Dark Side. Awesome fucking show, one of my favorites. Right up there with Night Gallery, which is coming pretty soon, actually. The Nightmare. This is a really cool documentary. Fucking creepy, man. This would fucking creep me out. I heard about somebody talking about this in a video, and I checked it out. I bought it and everything and watched it, and holy shit, those shadow people are creepy as fuck. And the recreations of all these cases are terrifying, man. Fuck. That one give you the heebie-jeebies on an October night for sure. And of course we got Ash vs. the Evil Dead, complete series on DVD. Really fucking awesome show. A huge fan of Evil Dead, obviously, and Bruce Campbell. And he made the show. I actually really enjoyed this show a lot. It's a shame it's done. Never Sleep Again, Nightmare on the Elm Street Legacy. Essential if you're a fan of that great series. Just like Crystal Lake Memories. You gotta have some time to watch it, but if you're a fan, they got everybody on here. Alice Cooper's on here. Obviously Wes, rest in peace. Everybody involved in the series. The dude that played he's my favorite. Kincaid. That dude's awesome. I love him. Never Sleep Again. Kincaid's the shit. The Goosebumps, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Very old DVD. Glad I still have it though, and I love watching it. This and The Haunted Mask are my personal favorite Goosebump episodes. This is actually pretty creepy in parts, where the dude, the hermit kidnapping the kid, and good werewolf transformation. I actually enjoyed this one. One of my favorites. Good book too. I love watching this shit around October. This is haunted history. Essential viewing. We got Ghosts of Gettysburg, creepy as fuck. Salem Witch Trials, creepy. Murder Castles about H.H. Holmes in Chicago. That's fucking cool. Lost Souls of Pinehurst, creepy location. Katrina Cannibal, that one was really interesting. A Deadly Possession, the Torso Murders, and the Manson Murders. That Manson documentary is pretty damn good, actually. Had a lot of shots from Jim Van Bebber's The Manson Family in it. I was actually pretty surprised. But yeah, anything History Channel, haunted history, awesome. This one's fun too. We got The Unexplained, E&E. We got The Vampire Myth, Poltergeist, Extreme Sacrifice, Spontaneous Human Combustion. Awesome set. Oh man, continuing on this never-ending video. If you got it this far, I thank you. Otherwise, watch this in parts. But I know it was just fun to go through my documentaries and all my favorite shows and shit for October. I thought The Munsters, the complete first season. This is a really cool set. One of my absolute favorites. Love watching this. Even out of just Halloween, just watching it in general. I just love throwing these on. These are just so classic, nostalgic shows. Back when TV was cool. Ghost Stories, Season 1 and 2. I don't remember this one offhand, but it's a travel channel. I think Villisca might be on here. Sally House, maybe. Doesn't really say what's all on here, but I remember enjoying some of these. Can't really go wrong with, like, paranormal shit. Here's another one, Ghost Lab, Pursuit of the Paranormal. Some are better than others. My personal favorite is Ghost Adventures, because they seem to get a lot more results, even if some of them are rigged. I don't know. Jury's still out on that, I guess. But these are fun to watch. I enjoy these. We got Monsters, Madness, and Mayhem. Awesome fucking set. On this one we got the devil, witches, creatures, superstitions, and of course, Halloween. Very cool. I think that was on the Sci-Fi Channel originally. We got America's Most Haunted Inns. I wouldn't be staying in any of these fucking places, that's for sure. Creepy shit. Getting into a lot of ghost shit. Canada's Most Haunted, Paranormal Encounters in the Great White North. Very fucking cool. Never gets old. There's a whole set of these I wouldn't mind getting, but this is the first one. I enjoyed it. This is one of the first ever horror documentaries I've ever seen. when I was a kid. I remember it aired on Halloween when I was a kid, and I was watching it when I was eating dinner. We had a TV in our kitchen, and it's hosted by Peter Graves, the great Peter Graves. Witches, Werewolves, and Vampires. This was a bitch to track down. I think it's a DVD-R, actually. Yeah. But, awesome. Just the way I remembered it. I remember the werewolf recreations of the transformations. And I remember one year for school we were doing a haunted house play, or haunted house. And I went as a werewolf. And the werewolf in this movie I based my costume on. On this documentary. That brings back a lot of memories. Ghosts at Sea, Paranormal Shipwrecks, and Curses. I'm a nautical nuts. I'm a boat nerd. I love anything to do with lakes and ocean hauntings and shit, so this is awesome. Ghosts at Sea. Very much interested in the Mothman myth. Eyes of the Mothman. Anyone who wants to know more about the Mothman, and you saw the Mothman Diaries, the Mothman Prophecies, I'm sorry, check this documentary out. It's really fucking essential. That whole bridge collapse is just unbelievably terrifying. Speaking of Zach Bagans, we got Demon House. Really enjoyed this one. This one was fucking cool. Creepy in parts. One of my favorite paranormal destinations called the Sally House, Gateway to the Paranormal. Right up there with Velisca as far as one of the most haunted houses in America, as far as I'm concerned. They get so many crazy shit going on at these places. But the Sally House, not the greatest documentary in the world. I think it could have been better, but it was done with love and on a very low budget, so I'll give it a pass. It was cool though. Rest in peace, Forrest J. Ackerman. Again, the Life and After Death Project. This was really cool, really emotional. Kind of makes you think about what happens to our loved ones after they pass away. You know, it kind of opens your mind a little bit. Kind of gives you a bit of closure too, if you believe in that stuff. But based on Forrest J. Ackerman's death, really cool documentary. Enjoyed it. I think that appeared originally on the Sci-Fi Channel. This one's fucking cool. Haunted Histories Collection. Mammoth, badass. We got Bloodlines, the Dracula family tree. That one's actually really interesting. It goes through Vlad the Impaler's family tree, the real Dracula. Exorcism, Driving Out the Devil, Witch Hunt, Exorcising the Devil, and Voodoo Secrets. Essential for Halloween viewing. History Channel, can't go wrong. The Phoenix Lights, which is one of the most documented alien UFO cases ever. Everyone fucking saw this in Arizona. It's a really good documentary on UFOs. More UFO shit. We got the Arthur C. Clarke collection. Really fucking awesome collection here. We got Mysterious Worlds, Mysterious Universe, and World of Strange Powers. Really cool set. Really enjoyed the Arthur C. Clarke series. Haunted Connecticut, most haunted state in America. More paranormal shit. Gotta love it. All these kind of blend into one after a while, but I still love watching them. Mysteries of the Paranormal. This one's cool. It's got, is it real ghosts? Is it real hauntings? Is it real vampires? Taboo witchcraft? Taboo evil spirits. Very cool for the National Geographic Channel. Another History Channel. This one's one of my favorites if you're interested in the Frankenstein story. Frankenstein, the real story. This in Mammoth said it's got In Search of the Real Frankenstein. That one's really interesting. Frankenstein, It's Alive, and the true story of Frankenstein. It goes from Mary Shelley's novel to all the movies made, the legends. Very cool. Very cool. We got more haunted houses. Cool shit from A&E. Remember when this aired on Halloween one year too? I enjoyed this from the History Channel. It's called The Real Wolfman. This one was cool. The Beast of Jevedon story. We got A Haunting in Connecticut and in Georgia. Double feature. very awesome. Creepy documentaries. And I did that one, I might as well do this one because it's still connected. And this is a haunting television series. I love watching these around Halloween. Some of these are actually really well done. Really love these. I would recommend this set if you could still find it. It's got all of them on here. Otherwise, you can get them individually. But this is a really cool set. A haunting. Spook, the Ghosts of Waverly Hills Sanatorium. One of the creepiest locations, paranormal locations that you can go to. And this is the story behind the hauntings. Really fucking awesome documentary. Creepy as fucking hell. Loved it. Mila Normie Vampira, the movie. Excellent documentary on the great vampira's life. Where she came from, her rise to fame, and to be in Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space. Definitely a horror icon, influenced Elvira and every other horror host under the sun, pretty much. Nothing but respect for Vampira. Vampira always comes out on Halloween, hell yeah. The House in Between. Really creepy haunted house documentary. One of the best. There's a second one too I wouldn't mind getting. Here we go. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? 25 episodes from the original television series. This is the original, the best in my view. I love watching these. My nieces love watching Scooby-Doo as well. Some great nostalgia watching these for sure. Love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is kind of like a gateway into like horror, really, if you think about it. Some of the subject matter and those older shows, like, you know, they got Dr. Jekyll and they got zombies and Dracula, and it's a gateway to bigger and better things, you know, from Scooby-Doo, I think. America's Most Haunted Places from the History Channel. This one's fucking cool. One of my favorites as well. We got Haunted Tombstone, Haunted Washington, D.C., Haunted Savannah, Haunted Hawaii, and Haunted Chicago. Haunted Chicago's badass. I'd recommend that one. One of my favorites, Night Gallery, with the one, the only Rod Sterling. Classic shit. I like the pilot episode the best with Roddy McDowell. That was one of my favorites as well. But the Vincent Price one, where he's the devil, and he's got this fucking goat, he sacrifices people in this altar. That one's one of my favorites too. Night Gallery, so many great episodes. Then we got Ghost Encounters, 8-part documentary collection. I think this is narrated by Rip Torn, I believe. Haunted North America, Ghost Haunt, Paranormal Prisons, Paranormal Rosslyn Chapel, Ghost Attack on Sudden Street, Haunted House, Ghosts at Sea. I just had that. Unexplained. Cool set. Paranormal set. In Search of Dracula, narrated by the one, the only Christopher Lee. Awesome. What's cool about this one is you get to see Christopher Lee portrayed as Vlad the Impaler. I like that. Haunters, the Art of the Scare. This is dedicated to the men and women who every year pride themselves on scaring the shit out of us in haunted houses. It's a really good documentary. It goes from its beginnings as like spook houses, you know, for charity and church shit, and then it goes all the way to crazy places like Blackout and McKinley Manor and just crazy shit. But I enjoy just the regular haunted houses where they're not making you eat fucking worms and trying to kill you. There's really no fun in that. And I obviously do believe that every haunted house should have a safe word. I do firmly believe that. But yeah, this is a great documentary. Liked it. Herschel Gordon Lewis, the godfather of gore. Hail, rest in peace. Definitely a pioneer in his time. Him and Dave Friedman created the gore film, basically. And I'm glad he got his own documentary. He deserves it more than so many. Awesome. Is It Real Vampires from National Geographic? I showed this on a pack already, but this is a solo release. It also comes with Real Vampires, Vampire Forensics, which is very interesting as well. Very cool. Hard to believe some people this day and age still believe in staking vampires in other countries. That's crazy. Sleepless Nights. This is about the Conjuring house. Fucking creepy ass house, man. Some creepy shit goes down. Loved it though. Really good. Definitely into the Conjuring house. The first one at least. The second one's good too. The Walking Dead complete first season. It's the only one I have. I eventually will get other ones, but I like the first season. Boogeyman, the Killer compilation. I remember when this came out when I was a kid, and I used to watch this religiously. It's also a good background shit for Halloween parties and stuff. You get the majority of the famous killers like Jason, Michael, Freddy, all that. I have one more box left. Hopefully I can get through it. If you made it this far, I thank you very much from the bottom of my black heart. More Previews from Hell. Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. This is the first one. Great classic 60s, 70s horror trailers. Zombies running amok in a theater. Really good special effects. A lot of fun. We got His Name Was Jason. First documentary on Jason. My personal favorite. I do like Crystal Lake Memories too, but this one was badass. I liked it. My favorite actor of all time, Christopher Lee, A Legacy of Horror and Terror. Really bad audio. All it is pretty much just a big interview with him on a stage, and the audio is terrible. But it's fucking Christopher Lee, man. You gotta watch it. It's fucking awesome, and you learn so many cool things. And it's really cool to hear about his friendship with the late great Peter Cushing, and the collaboration that those two did together. This was one of my favorites, Tom Savini, Smoke and Mirrors. Fucking badass, man. Tom Savini, the master of splatter, made so many great horror moments for us. And this is a really good documentary chronicling his life. And he's still kicking. I want to meet him if I can someday. But yeah, Tom Savini documentary. Very cool. I love Daniel Roebuck. He played Grandpa Munster in Rob Zombie's The Munsters, and he's a really good horror celebrity as well. This is Halloween, The Happy Haunting of America. This is a double discer. Just anything fun for Halloween. It's got celebrities on there like Robert Englund, Angus Scrimm, Doug Bradley, Alice Cooper, Tom Savini, Don Coscarelli, Tony Todd. It's just so entertaining. Never a dull moment. And Daniel Roebuck is and Bob Burns as well host these. And they're really fun. Go on haunted hayrides and in haunted houses and Halloween decorations and the story of Halloween. It's just really fucking cool, really informative. Oh yeah, man. Rest in peace, Al Adamson. This is a great documentary on Al Adamson, his films and his life, his tragic death. Really good documentary from Severin. Made good movies I don't know about good movies, but I like them. Dracula vs. Frankenstein comes to mind. I like his movies. Autopsy of the Dead. I have so many damn documentaries on Night of the Living Dead, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it was such groundbreaking cinema for its time, But I love all the documentaries, but this is Autopsy of the Dead. This one's cool because it talks about people other than George Romero from the cast and the crew, and you learn quite a bit. Really cool. One of my favorite horror anthology companies of all time, Amicus, House of Horrors. Anything you ever want to know about this great company, essential. Jim Van Bever, Diary of a Deadbeat. Awesome documentary. Jim Van Bever is definitely a pioneer in exploitation, and he made great films such as Charlie's Family, aka The Manson Family, my personal favorite movie on Charles Manson case, and Deadbeat at Dawn, as well as shorts, My Sweet Satan, all kinds of cool shit. Jim Van Bever. I need a drink, sorry. Talking way too long, holy shit. Okay, we got Heroes of Horror. This was one of my favorites. Classic horror actors: Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, Bela Lugosi, Peter Lorre. The Peter Lorre one was cool because I don't really know too much about Peter Lorre. And of course, Vincent Price. This is a really cool set if you're into the classic horror actors. I love this whole series, but this is season 2, Eli Roth's History of Horror. Very cool. This one has CGI versus practical effects. Fuck that. The Chilling Children of Horror and Movies That Scared My Pants Off. Really cool series. This one's cool. Oh, the Horror, From Celluloid to Snuff. Kind of low budget, but done with a lot of heart. Love that cover. But yeah, this one's really fun for Halloween viewing. Talks to just a plethora of horror fans, young and old. Really cool documentary. Simple documentary, right to the point, you know. Rest in peace, William Friedkin. Leap of Faith, the story of The Exorcist. And also William Friedkin's career. I'm glad that he got his own documentary before he passed away, because he had so many stories to tell about not only The Exorcist, but just his personal life. And it's a really interesting documentary. But from Shudder, Leap of Faith. I was into Hammer Films. Great documentary on Hammer Films. Got a couple documentaries on Hammer Films. This one's cool. It's yeah, there's some rare footage on here from like Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, Ingrid Pitt. Very fucking cool. A lot of directors of the Hammer Films. Nightmares in Red, White, and Blue, one of the best horror documentaries about American horror ever. I mean, it's fucking amazing. 96 minutes of just pure horror joy. Highly would recommend this. One of my favorite bands of all time. If you watch my channel, you'll probably know that. And if you look around, you'll probably know that. But that is Necrophagia. And this is Through the Eyes of the Dead. We were just talking about Jim Van Bever before. And he did a lot of the videos for this band. Really fucking gruesome shit. Fucking one of my favorite bands. Rest in peace, Killjoy and Main Fiber. More Necrophagia. This is kind of later in their career. This is Nightmare Scenarios. This is when Fred Vogel at Toe Tag Pictures worked with them and did a lot of their videos. Jeremiah Cruz at Toe Tag as well, and just brutal videos like Rue Morgue's Disciple. Some of my favorites. Very cool shit. Going to Pieces. This is right up there with Red, White, and Blue. Great documentary on slasher films. If you're a slasher buff, this is essential for sure. This is my favorite documentary of all time because of who I am. I love horror movies and I love heavy metal, if you didn't know already. But this is the history of metal and horror. It's such a great fucking documentary. Talking to so many great people. Phil Anselmo, my personal favorite, George Corpse Grinder Fisher, Cannibal Corpse. It's just really fucking awesome. Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, Kirk Hammett, you name it, they're all on here. It's a shame Killjoy couldn't have gotten on here, but this is a really cool documentary on metal and horror. This is a really cool documentary from Severn, Tales of the Uncanny, the ultimate survey of anthology horror. Huge fan of anthology horror. As I've stated many times, Tales from the Crypt, Creep Show, all the way to Trick or Treat, you know, all kinds of shit. But this is a really good documentary. 100 Years of Horror, hosted by Christopher Lee. This is the little version. I have the big version coming up pretty soon. All the Colors of Giallo. If you're ever a fan of Giallo films and you want to know more about this great Italian genre of films, highly recommend this documentary. You learn everything about this very ahead of its time cinema. Amazing cinema, cinematography, actors, violence, mystery. Love Giallos. Fuck yeah. Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story. This one was very entertaining. Robert Englund is a very fucking badass. I'd love to meet him as well. I'm glad he got his own documentary chronicling his entire career, not just Freddy, but other roles. Like one of my favorite roles of his is in Eaten Alive when he plays Buck. Name's Buck, willing to fuck. That's one of my favorites. The Acid King. Who the fuck is this guy's name? Ricky Casso story, yeah. True crime. This is true crime. I don't know how this got in here, but whatever. Yeah, it's cool. Acid King. Basically, Jim Van Bebber's movie, My Sweet Satan, was based on the Ricky Casso case. Video Nasties, the definitive guide. Fuck, man, this is such an amazing set. Absolutely love the Video Nasties. Chronicling its rise and its fall and the controversial films that we all love. I own most of these fucking movies that are pillaged pretty much. But such a great, great fucking documentary. One of my absolute favorites. Here's the bigger version of 100 Years of Horror, hosted by Christopher Lee. I'm not going to go through all these, but anything and everything you ever wanted to know about classic horror, it's just stacked. So much knowledge, so many great moments of this great genre. Night Gallery, the complete series. This was a really cool fucking set. Got this at Walmart of all places, but really it's just an amazing set. I had the first season, but now I got them all, which is badass. And like I said, Rod Sterling is one of my absolute favorites. Definitely love fucking Twilight Zone as well. But Night Gallery, that's where it's at for me. Ghost Hunters Live from the Stanley Hotel. Of course, the hotel that inspired Stephen King and The Shining. Pretty fun. CM Punk is on that. Urban Legends, is it true or is it fiction? Very awesome fucking series. Really love this Urban Legends. Hosted by Natasha Henstridge. Good scenery with her. But yeah, I mean, they got like all kinds of urban legends. Really fun to watch. Oh, this is one of my favorite horror documentaries too, called Beyond Horror, made by Marcus Cook and his wife. Talks to so many people in the extreme underground, like Fred Vogel, Marion Dora, Stephen Byro, so many. It's a fucking awesome documentary. Not for everybody. I mean, this is extreme horror. This is like, you know, snuff type films and really brutal, gory films. Just they're called red films for a reason. But just really awesome documentary. If you want this, go to Vio Video Productions. Very fucking cool. One of my absolute favorite documentaries I own. Beyond Horror. Then we got Out of the Blue. More UFO shit. Gotta love it. We got Piora, Lucio Fulci, Remembered, Volume 1. Anyone who ever worked with this great director, all the actors, the crew, paying homage to him. One of the greatest Italian horror directors ever, in my opinion. My favorite director, personally. You got Eli Roth's History of Horror Season 3. This one's fucking cool. This one has horror actresses, the apocalypse, and pandemic films. Very cool. This one's cool. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, A Family Portrait Revisited. It's really cool seeing the cast of this great film, you know, young and healthy and talking about the film and the making of the film. Gunnar Hansen, of course, rest in peace, is all over this. Toby Hooper. Bob Burns. I mean, so many people connected to Marilyn Burns. So many people. The guy that played Franklin, I think, is dead too. I mean, there's so many people in this cast that are gone. It's crazy. But it's great to see when they're young and hungry and making this one of the greatest horror movies of all time, in my opinion. Can't go wrong with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I always say, if you don't like Black Sabbath and you don't like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we're probably not going to get along. I Know What I Saw. More UFO shit. Cool shit. Like watching UFO shit. Oh, getting close to the end, thank God. History's Mysteries from the History Channel. This one's really cool. All kinds of mysteries they go through. I think the Bermuda Triangle's on here too. That one's actually really interesting. More urban legends. This is the first one. Oh yeah, The Hook. Yeah, this one's cool. The Death Car. Just all kinds of urban legends. I think there's 3 of these. I only got 2. But this is the first. Yeah, this is the first season. Very fucking cool. Fulci for Fake. Really awesome documentary on Lucio Fulci. An actual movie. The guy that plays Fulci, he's pretty damn good, I think. He's pretty believable. But talks about his films and the making of his films. Really, really enjoyable if you're a Fulci fanatic like me. Flesh and Blood, The Hammer Heritage of Horror. This is a definitive documentary on Hammer horror, in my opinion. It's narrated by Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. You can't get any better than that. As far as Hammer horror goes, really fucking awesome. Rest in peace, George Romero. One of my absolute heroes of horror. Birth of the Living Dead. Another documentary on Night of the Living Dead. The making of it. And of course the chaos that was going on at the time with, you know, wars and the Martin Luther King assassination, and the fact that Dwayne Jones, a black man, was in the main role was very rare in those days, and it was just very groundbreaking cinema in general, you know. And George Romero talks in his own words. Fucking awesome, man. Great documentary. This is the second video Nasties, Definitive Guide Part 2. This one talks a lot about the James Bulger case, the tragic, horrible child murder by kids that they blamed Child's Play 3 on, I think, which is complete utter bullshit. But yeah, this is a continuation of the first video Nasties. Really enjoyable. Horrible Horror with Zachary, the Cool Ghoul. Really awesome horror host. Shows a lot of classic black and white films. Really good for Halloween viewing, I think. We got A Haunting Season 7. More ghosties. Really love the reenactments on some of these. They're just so fucking creepy, like the shadow people on the wall, and fuck, man, creepy shit. We got Eli Roth's History of Horror Season 1. This one's awesome. This one has... Oh man, it's got a whole bunch of shit on here. Interviews, Stephen King, Roger Corman. Yeah, this one's awesome. This whole series is great. I hope they keep making more of those. Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, A History of Folk Horror. I wish I would have gotten the Blu-ray of this, but this DVD was the only thing that was available at the time, and I really wanted it. But the Blu-ray comes with a shit ton of more footage. But this is actually a really cool documentary on folk horror. From The Wicker Man to The Witch, you know, everything in between. Blood on Satan's Claw, just really classic films. Awesome documentary. Monster Bash. This is a horror convention, a monster convention, more dedicated to the classic Universal monsters. But there's so many cool people on here. You got Uncle Forey's on here. Tom Savini's on here. Sarah Karloff. Very cool documentary on an awesome horror convention. It was the brainchild of this monster fan, and he just decided to throw a convention, and it just blew up. Monster Bash, awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, I'll save that for last. Crystal Lake Memories, a complete history of Friday the 13th. Holy shit. Like I said, you know, the Never Sleep Again and this one is so informative if you're a fan of the series. Talks to everybody and everyone from the making of, behind the scenes, the actors, the directors. Just a really cool set. Love this. Highly recommend it if you're a Friday the 13th fan to pick up. His Name Was Jason and also Crystal Lake Memories. This is based on a book by the fuck's his name? Peter. Oh, fuck. It doesn't say. But he made a. This is based on a book. That's really fucking cool. Highly recommend that one as well. I'm forgetting the author's name. But yeah, great documentary if you're a Jason fan. And we finally have come to Tales from the Crypt, Season 1. Amazing show, one of my absolute favorites of all time. Never be duplicated. Tales from the Crypt, Season 2. I have all these, of course. Tales from the Crypt, Season 3. These are all so much fun, especially to watch on Halloween. Tales from the Crypt, Season 4. John Kastner is the voice of the Crypt Keeper, is just so nostalgic from my childhood. I remember, you know, sneaking downstairs to watch these when I was a kid. It's HBO, of course. Tales from the Crypt, Season 5. Very cool. Tales from the Crypt, Season 6. And I believe this is when they went to London. I think they changed location, so the show kind of changed. This is Season 7, final season, unfortunately. Wish they'd bring it back. And the last documentary I have for this mammoth Halloween documentary, horror documentary video, is one of my favorites as well. It's called Blood, Guts, and Sunshine, A History of Florida Horror. Fucking brutal goddamn films covered in here. Never realized how many horror movies come out of Florida until you watch this. You got Unearthed Films, you got Chris Woods and Gator Blade Films, Sean Donahue, The Sleaze Box, all the way to Creature from the Black Lagoon from '54. So it's really stacked with great Florida horror. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fucking very hard to get through. My back is killing me from sitting this long. But I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you got some good viewings out of these, to check out some of these good documentaries and paranormal documentaries and just anything to do with horror, our favorite genre, of course. And this is our favorite time of year for horror fans, October. And I want to wish you all a very happy and safe Halloween. Skid gore. Gore forever. Physical media forever.